8 basic comma rules. Today, we're going to be looking at 8 common rules for commas. Rule number 1. Use a comma to separate independent clauses. Use a comma before a coordinating conjunction like and, but, yet, so, or, nor, for, when it joins two complete ideas, also known as independent clauses. Here's an example. He walked down the street and then he turned the corner. You can go shopping with me, or you can go to a movie alone. Rule number 2. Use a comma after an introductory clause or phrase. A comma tells readers that the introductory clause or phrase has come to a close and that the main part of the sentence is about to begin. When Evan was ready to iron, his cat tripped on the cord. Near a small stream at the bottom of the canyon, park rangers discovered a gold mine. Rule number 3. Use a comma between all items in a series. Use a comma to separate each item in a series. A series is a group of 3 or more items having the same function and form in a sentence. We bought apples, peaches, and bananas today. Mary promised that she would be a good girl, that she would not bite her brother, and that she would not climb onto the television. The instructor looked through his briefcase, through his desk, and around the office for the lost book. Rule number 4. Use commas to set off non-restrictive clauses. Use commas to enclose clauses not essential to the meaning of a sentence. These non-essential clauses are called non-restrictive. Clauses which are essential are called restrictive. Both restrictive and non-restrictive clauses may begin with a relative pronoun, such as who, whom, whose, that, which. A relative pronoun refers to the noun or pronoun that precedes it. Bill Bailey, whose show you like, will host a party next week. John, who spent the last 3 days fishing, is back on the job again. The gentleman who is standing by the fireplace is a well-known composer. Rule number 5. Use a comma to set off appositives. An appositive is a noun or noun phrase that renames a nearby noun. Appositives offer non-essential information. Non-restrictive appositives are set off with commas. Restrictive appositives are not. Alexander Pope, the Restoration poet, is famous for his monologues. The poet Pope is famous for his monologues. The New York Jets, the underdogs, surprised everyone by winning the Super Bowl. Rule number 6. Use a comma to indicate direct address. When a speaker in a sentence names the person to whom he is speaking, this addressing of his audience is called direct address. Direct address is indicated by the use of a comma or commas, depending upon its placement within the sentence. For example, I think, John, you're wrong. John, I think you're wrong. I think you're wrong, John. Rule number 7. Use commas to set off direct quotations. A dialogue is a conversation between 2 or more people. If the speaker, not the listener, the conversation is identified, his name, or the noun or pronoun used to refer to the speaker, and the verb that refers to his speaking are enclosed with commas. For example, Mary said, I dislike concerts because the music is too loud. I dislike concerts because the music is too loud, she said. I dislike concerts, proclaimed Mary, because the music is too loud. Rule number 8. Use commas with dates, addresses, titles, and numbers. In dates, the year is set off from the rest of the sentence with a pair of commas. On December 12, 1890, orders were sent out for the arrest of Sitting Bull. Rules for addresses. The elements of an address or place name are separated by commas. A zip code, however, is not preceded by a comma. For example, John Lennon was born in Liverpool, England, in 1940. Here's another example. Please send the letter to Craig Coolidge at 708 Spring Street, Washington, Illinois, 61571. Rules for titles. If a title follows a name, separate the title from the rest of the sentence with a pair of commas. For example, Sandra Bell, M.D., has been appointed to the board. Rules for numbers. In numbers more than 4 digits long, use commas to separate the numbers into groups of 3, starting from the right. In numbers 4 digits long, a comma is optional. 3,500 or 3,500. 100,000. 6 million. So, my students, if you remember these 8 basic rules on how to use commas, you'll always use them correctly. Thanks for watching, and check out these videos here to see how those commas are really being used. Thanks for watching. Bye!